Peace be upon you, and a very warm welcome to our guide today. I'm your host, Ibrahim. In this video, we're going to gently yet comprehensively and respectfully explore a truly beautiful and foundational aspect of Islamic life: Muslim marriage, often referred to as nikah. For Muslims, marriage is far more than just a legal contract or a social tradition. It is a sacred covenant, a profound spiritual bond, and a cornerstone of family and society, deeply rooted in divine guidance. Whether you're a Muslim preparing for marriage, seeking to enrich your existing union, or simply curious about how Islam approaches this vital institution, you've certainly come to the right place. We'll demystify its spiritual significance, outline its core principles, explain the ceremony itself, and discuss the mutual rights and responsibilities of spouses, all with clarity, reverence, and insights drawn directly from the Holy Quran and the noble Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad. Peace be upon him. If you find this guide insightful and helpful, please do consider giving it a heartfelt like, subscribing to our channel for more enriching educational content about Islamic principles, profound spirituality, and practical guidance, and sharing it generously with others who might truly benefit from this vital knowledge. Your genuine support profoundly helps us to spread understanding and foster spiritual growth for all, by Allah's grace. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll embark on a profound journey through the beautiful institution of Muslim marriage. Here's a comprehensive overview of what we'll meticulously cover. First, we'll explore the significance of marriage in Islam, understanding why it's so highly encouraged. Next, we'll delve into its core principles and prerequisites, outlining what makes a marriage valid. Following that, we'll discuss the nikah ceremony itself, emphasizing its simplicity and spiritual weight. Then we'll examine the rights and responsibilities of spouses, fostering harmony and mutual respect. We'll address challenges, conflict resolution, and the Islamic perspective on divorce as a last resort. And finally, we'll offer some closing reflections on building a blessed and lasting Muslim marriage. So, let's begin to truly understand this sacred bond, shall we? Muslim marriage, a sacred covenant deeply rooted in divine guidance, fostering peace and profound companionship. It's a foundational institution, building stable families and harmonious societies, a path to spiritual tranquility. Requires mutual consent, understanding of rights and responsibilities, creating a balanced and just partnership. The nikah ceremony, beautifully simple, yet profoundly meaningful, a declaration before God and community. A journey of mutual love, mercy, and respect, where spouses are garments for each other. Challenges are natural, but conflict resolution and patience are key. Divorce, a last resort for severe cases. 1. The significance of marriage in Islam. Let's begin by understanding the profound significance of marriage in Islam. It is not viewed merely as a social arrangement, a legal contract, or a fulfillment of personal desires, but as a sacred covenant, a deeply cherished act of worship, and a blessed institution ordained by God Himself. In Arabic, this covenant is often called mithaq ghaliz, a weighty or solemn pledge, reflecting its immense importance in the eyes of Allah. The Quran describes the relationship between spouses as one of mawaddah wa rahmah, love and mercy. Quran 30:21. This beautiful verse encapsulates the essence of an Islamic marriage. It's a bond designed to bring spiritual tranquility, sakina, deep affection, and profound compassion into the lives of both husband and wife. It's a sanctuary where two souls find peace, solace, and completion in each other. Marriage is also considered a beloved sunnah, practice and tradition of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He encouraged marriage, saying, "Nikah is my sunnah. Whoever turns away from my sunnah is not from me." This highlights its central role in the Muslim way of life. The Prophet emphasized its importance for spiritual well-being, often referring to it as completing half of one's faith, as it helps guard against temptation and promotes purity. The primary purposes of marriage in Islam include spiritual tranquility and companionship, providing emotional, psychological, and spiritual comfort and support. Procreation and preservation of lineage, ensuring the continuation of the human race and raising righteous children within a stable family unit. Moral and social protection, protecting individuals from illicit relationships and promoting chastity and modesty within society. Societal stability, Strong marriages form strong families, which in turn form strong, stable, and ethical societies. The family is considered the foundational unit of the Muslim community, Ummah. Thus, marriage in Islam is a profound act of worship, a source of immense blessings, and a vehicle for achieving spiritual and emotional well-being, while simultaneously contributing to the moral fabric and stability of the entire community. Number 2. Core principles and prerequisites. For a Muslim marriage to be Islamically valid and blessed, certain core principles and prerequisites must be met. These ensure the marriage is built on a foundation of mutual understanding, consent, and transparency, safeguarding the rights of both parties. The most fundamental principle is mutual consent, ijab wa qabul. Both the prospective husband and wife must genuinely agree to the marriage without any coercion or undue pressure. Forced marriages are absolutely prohibited and considered invalid in Islam. The woman has the full right to accept or reject any proposal. Her explicit consent is paramount. Secondly, the mahr dowry is an obligatory financial gift or promise made by the groom to the bride. It is her exclusive right to be given to her directly, and she has full control over it, whether she chooses to spend it, save it, or even gift it back to her husband. It symbolizes the husband's commitment, sincerity, and responsibility towards his wife. The mahr can be anything of value agreed upon by both parties, from a token amount to a substantial sum or property, and can be paid in installments or deferred. It is distinct from any family contributions or wedding expenses. Third, the presence of a wali, guardian, for the bride is generally required. The wali is typically the father or another close male relative who acts on behalf of the bride to ensure her best interests are protected and to solemnize the marriage. This role is one of protection and guardianship, ensuring the woman is not exploited or pressured, and that the marriage is honorable and publicly recognized within the family. It is not a right to compel her into a marriage against her will. Rather, it is to ensure her rights and dignity are upheld. The wali must seek and obtain her explicit consent. Fourth, the marriage must be conducted in the presence of at least 2 upright, sane, adult Muslim witnesses. Their presence serves to formally solemnize the marriage and ensure its validity and public knowledge. This prevents secret or questionable unions and provides clear testimony should any dispute arise later. Finally, publicity, ilan, is a key aspect. A Muslim marriage should not be kept secret. It is highly recommended to announce the marriage to the community, often through a celebration like a wedding feast. This publicity distinguishes marriage from illicit relationships and ensures societal recognition and acceptance of the union. 3. The marriage ceremony, nikah ceremony. The actual nikah ceremony in Islam is remarkably simple, yet profoundly meaningful. It is designed to be accessible and spiritually focused, emphasizing the sacred bond rather than elaborate, costly rituals. The core components of a nikah ceremony are straightforward. The khutbah al-hajah, sermon of need. Often, an imam or a learned person begins the ceremony with a brief sermon. This typically includes praising God, reciting specific Quranic verses that emphasize piety, God consciousness, the sanctity of marriage, and mutual rights and responsibilities. It serves as a reminder to the couple and attendees of the spiritual purpose of the union and the importance of adhering to Islamic teachings within marriage. Ijab and qabul, offer and acceptance. This is the crucial part where the marriage contract is formally concluded. The bride's wali, or the bride herself, if permitted by her school of thought and with her express permission, offers the bride to the groom, usually by saying, "I give you my daughter, ward, bride's name in marriage." The groom then accepts, saying, "I accept her marriage." This verbal declaration of mutual consent is essential. Mahr agreement. The agreed-upon mahr is formally stated and documented as part of the contract. Witnesses and documentation. The 2 witnesses are present to attest to the offer and acceptance. A formal marriage contract is then typically signed by the bride, groom, wali, and witnesses, serving as legal documentation of the marriage. This contract specifies the mahr, any conditions agreed upon, and other pertinent details. After the nikah ceremony, it is highly recommended to hold a walima, wedding feast. This gathering serves as a public announcement of the marriage, a joyous celebration, and a way to share happiness with family, friends, and the wider community. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, encouraged holding a walima, even if it was simple. Islam emphasizes simplicity and avoiding extravagance in wedding celebrations, encouraging modesty and gratitude for God's blessings. The focus should always be on the sacred bond and the spiritual significance of the union, rather than excessive displays of wealth. 4. Rights and responsibilities of spouses. Islam lays down clear, complementary rights and responsibilities for both husbands and wives, forming a balanced framework designed to foster harmony, mutual respect, and spiritual growth within the marriage. It's a partnership where each person plays a vital role for the well-being of the whole. At the core are mutual rights and responsibilities. Both spouses have a right to love, affection, respect, kindness, and intimacy from one another. They are expected to trust each other, protect each other's honor, and maintain confidentiality regarding their private lives. The Quran beautifully describes this relationship. They are clothing for you and you are clothing for them, Quran 287, signifying protection, comfort, modesty, and mutual adornment. Specifically, the husband's primary responsibilities include financial maintenance, nafaka. The husband is legally obligated to provide for his wife and children financially, covering their food, shelter, clothing, and other necessities according to his means. This is a fundamental right of the wife, regardless of her own wealth or income. Protection and security. He is responsible for the physical and emotional safety and security of his family. Kind and just treatment. He is enjoined to treat his wife with kindness, respect, and patience, even if there are differences. As Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The best of you are those best to their wives." The wife's primary responsibilities generally include managing the household. Within the home, she typically manages the domestic affairs and creates a nurturing environment for the family, though this can be flexible based on mutual agreement. Raising children. She plays a primary role in nurturing and raising the children, instilling Islamic values. Protecting husband's honor and property. She is expected to safeguard her husband's reputation and his property in his absence. Obedience in lawful matters. She is encouraged to obey her husband in matters that are not disobedient to God, which generally pertains to family decisions that contribute to household harmony. Beyond these specific roles, many shared responsibilities exist. Spiritual growth, encouraging each other in worship, good deeds, and seeking knowledge. Raising children with Islamic values, jointly instilling faith, morals, and discipline in their offspring. Mutual consultation, shura, making important family decisions together through mutual discussion and agreement. Patience and forbearance, recognizing that marriage involves patience, compromise, and overlooking minor faults. Islam emphasizes complementarity rather than superiority, seeing the husband and wife as two halves of a whole, each bringing unique strengths to build a strong, loving family unit, all within the framework of pleasing God. 5. Challenges, conflict resolution, and divorce. Around 23-27. While Muslim marriage is a sacred bond intended for spiritual tranquility and lasting companionship, Islam also realistically acknowledges that challenges and conflicts can arise. It provides clear, merciful guidelines for conflict resolution and, as a last resort, for divorce. It's important to approach marriage with realistic expectations. Life is a test, and relationships naturally involve ups and downs, disagreements, and periods of difficulty. No marriage is perfect, and Islam encourages patience, sabr, and perseverance to come challenges, reminding spouses to recall the good qualities of their partners. Islam outlines a progressive, compassionate approach to conflict resolution, emphasizing reconciliation at every stage. The Quran offers a beautiful sequence in Surah An-Nisa, chapter 4, verse 34-35. Mutual dialogue. First, open and honest communication between the spouses, trying to resolve issues directly. Gentle admonition. If issues persist, the husband may gently advise his wife, and vice versa, reminding each other of their duties and God's pleasure. Temporary separation in bed. If dialogue fails, a temporary, symbolic separation within the marital bed may be used to express seriousness without leaving the home. Arbitration. If the above steps fail, the Quran advises bringing in arbitrators, one from the wife's family and one from the husband's family, to mediate and help reconcile the couple. The goal is always to mend the relationship where possible. Only as an absolute last resort, when all efforts at reconciliation have genuinely failed, is divorce permitted in Islam. It is considered the most hated of lawful things to Allah, hadith, indicating its extreme undesirability, yet recognizing its necessity in cases where the marriage has become truly irreparable or harmful. The emphasis is on preserving the family, but not at the expense of severe emotional or physical distress. There are generally two main ways divorce can occur. Talaq, initiated by husband. The husband pronounces divorce. Islamic law has strict rules about this, emphasizing stages, often a single pronouncement per month over 3 months, during which reconciliation is encouraged. Khul, initiated by wife. If a wife is unhappy in the marriage and the husband refuses to divorce her, she can seek a release from the marriage by returning the mahr or an agreed-upon compensation to the husband, or through a court's intervention if no agreement is reached. After divorce, there is an iddah, waiting period, usually 3 menstrual cycles for a woman, during which reconciliation is still possible. This period also determines paternity if the woman becomes pregnant. Even in separation, Islam commands kindness, justice, and fair treatment, especially concerning children. The aim is to ensure that even if the marital bond breaks, dignity and proper conduct are maintained, reflecting God's mercy and justice in all situations. So as we conclude our deep dive into Muslim marriage, we can truly appreciate it as a comprehensive, beautiful, and profoundly sacred institution. It's a divine path designed to foster spiritual tranquility, deep love, profound mercy, and a stable foundation for families and societies. Far from being merely a social contract, nikah in its true essence is a continuous journey of mutual respect, shared responsibilities, and spiritual growth, all within the blessed framework of pleasing God. We deeply appreciate your genuine engagement, your thoughtful attention, and your sincere commitment to seeking this profound knowledge. Now, we would truly love to hear your profound thoughts. If anything we've discussed today has particularly resonated with you, if you have any questions or personal reflections on Muslim marriage, or perhaps how its principles can strengthen relationships regardless of faith, please do share them thoughtfully, respectfully, and sincerely in the comment section below. Your insights are invaluable and can truly help enrich the understanding and spiritual journeys of countless others as well, fostering a vibrant community of shared reflection and mutual growth. If you found this guide comprehensive, insightful, and genuinely helpful in understanding the immense beauty and profound significance of Muslim marriage, please take a moment, a heartfelt moment, to give it a sincere thumbs up to show your appreciation and support for this humble effort. Remember to subscribe to our channel for more detailed explorations of Islamic principles, profound spirituality, and practical guidance that illuminate the path forward. And if you know someone who might be genuinely curious about Islamic family life, or could truly benefit from this illuminating, life-affirming explanation, please do share this video widely and generously with them. Your steadfast support in spreading this sacred knowledge, this guiding light, is truly deeply appreciated and carries its own immense lasting reward in the sight of Allah, inshallah, God willing. Thank you for joining me on this enriching journey into the heart of Islamic tradition and family life. May Allah bless all marriages, strengthen our families, and guide us all to what is good and beneficial. Until our next profound guide, peace be upon you, and may Allah's blessings be upon us all.